Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This video is for educational purposes only, and nothing that I share is financial advice. If you are interested in joining any of the platforms that I share in this video or on this channel, please go to my YouTube homepage and click more. Once you click more, it will take you to my channel description page and you will see the link for my link tree. Once you click my link tree link, it will open up and you will see several of the platforms that I talk about on this channel, and you can find the sign up links by clicking any of the options that you're interested in. Thank you.
I've been getting that guac, guac, dough, cheddar cheese, money stack, that cream cash, all I got is fat racks. Talking about the chips, dollar bills, yeah, I stash that. All about the Benjamins, give me that cash, 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 cash. Give me that cash, 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 cash. You know that I'm all about the money. I've been getting that guac, 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 guac. All I got is fat racks, 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 racks.
Great. So let's share my screen here. Super. So what we're going to talk about here today is something I'm very, very excited about. And I tell you, one of the things, I've been out in Dubai for about a week, meeting with Stephen, the founder, one of the co-founders, meeting with Wesley, meeting with Kim, who's the top of the mark of our team. And I tell you, all of my questions have been answered. I've got videos on that. I think that Sal Khan also have a video interview with the team there. And so we're excited about what LoomX is bringing to the table. It's an economic model. It's not just a project. The goal is to build a value co-creation ecosystem. Okay. Let's take a look here. Yes. The thing is, when we're talking about arbitrage, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to talk about the transparency. And so when we're talking about low competition, high returns, early stage AI strategy with less competition, this is what they're doing in terms of arbitrage. Community benefits, you and I, how do we make money here? Right? We're going to make money. We're going to build our teams. We're going to share this with as many people as we can. And we also have, of course, passive people who just want to be passive, and that's okay. They have introduced a token. Right now, it is in the middle of being approved by Binance. Right, Binance Alpha is basically a launch pad where they're going to put the face of LoomX in front of everyone. Our expectation for this token, right, is going to be huge. And we're expecting that to happen within a week or two. We will see in our back offices that we're going to be earning points, and those points will be redeemed for tokens. But until it's done, we're not going to say much about it. So now, if you look at the whole ecosystem, if you look at how we all can earn, what we're doing is we're putting our money in. And we're putting our money in as liquidity in which LoomX is using to actually perform arbitrage trading. Okay? What is arbitrage? Let's say, for example, on one platform or one DEX or in one liquidity pool that they are looking at token A. Token A is selling for $1.02, for example. But it's also selling on another platform for $1.05. That's what we call the spread. There's a 3 cent difference. You want to buy it on one platform where it's low. You want to sell it on the other platform where it's high. This is exactly what they're doing. You can see it in your back office. You can click on the transactions. You can go on chain and you will see that they're doing the buy and sales. Okay, so we're going to get our basic earnings, right? Which it's a piece of cake. We're going to get our promotional benefits for sharing this with other people. And then again, we're going to be gathering a lot of points, which are going to be redeemable for tokens. Now, we have 5 different contracts. The first one is 7 days. Okay, the minimum amount of money to get involved here with LoomX is $100. That's the minimum. I have people ask me, what is the minimum for me to join? I said, oh, you want the minimal profits? I'm not into the minimal, guys. I'm into the maximum. But in any case, with 7 days, 0.3% to 0.6%. But remember this, we are getting 80% of the returns. 20% is actually going back to the LoomX infrastructure. Okay? So you're going to deduct, of course, 20% from the daily return rates you see here. We go all the way down to the Stellar Core Bot, which is what the majority of the people are getting in for. 360 days. $100 minimum, 1.3% to 1.8%, which when you take in consideration the 80-20 cut, is actually about 1.04% through 1.44% average daily. And let's be a little conservative here. Let's say we're going to appreciate 1%. Making 1% a day, we're all cool like that. But there's an extra piece they have here I've never seen in any deal on this planet. And so let's say you come on board for $10,000. You want to purchase a Nebula contract. That's the 180 days. Okay? But after your bot has been running for 50% of that time, what's 50% of 180 days? 90 days. Then you can actually volunteer to submit a redemption request for 50% of your capital back. So if you put in $10,000 at day 90, you can say, hey, I want 50% of my money. I want $5,000. In a matter of days, you've got it. Okay? So in that way, it lowers your risk. But I tell you one thing, I am not going to be redeeming anything at the halfway mark. I'm going to go through the whole term of my contract because we're earning every single day and there's no withdrawal button. And all of that goes into our personal wallet, SafePal, Token Pocket, Rabby, MetaMask, whatever you're using. Okay? And so when that 180-day in, right? Remember, you already did your redemption. You're going to get that 5,000 back. You already redeemed 5,000. But if you stay the whole gamut, if you stay throughout the whole contract, you're going to get 100% of your cash outlay back as you've been earning for 360 days and enjoying the fruits of that. Okay, so I talked about the redemption. We're going to talk about the AI capital utilization. What are they doing with the capital that we are providing them? Right? It's been used by what we call the LoomCare AI engine to execute real-time arbitrage strategies. And they have multiple arbitrage strategies from cross-chain arbitrage, flash loan liquidation. They hold market positions or they are actually waiting for optimal exit opportunities. Okay, so what we want to do is to minimize forced liquidation because that's going to lead to potential profit loss or even trigger stop loss risk. Then we have liquidity queue. So they're taking all of the redemption requests that I talk about, those folks who want their money back in half the contract period. They're going to take all of that and they put that into an AI liquidity queue. And so what happens there is they batch process all of your requests. And this is like, it's like a large ship, if you will, making a gradual turn rather than a sharp one. So it's a gradual, smooth turn that we all will be able to enjoy. Okay, so again, 1.3% to 1.8% when we're talking about the 360 days. Remember also, we're getting 20%, we're getting 80%, they're getting 20%. So it's really 1.04% through 1.44%. But regardless of that, if you look at the APY, look at the annual percentage yield, 2,640 to 17,000. Based on daily compounding, if indeed you take your money from your wallet with $100, you come back in, you buy another contract, all of that is going to be up to you. Okay? So your $10,000 can be projected, if you compound, to generate net profits ranging from $264,000 to $1.7 million, less 20%. Now, let's take a look. I'm going to talk about, let's take a look here. I already talked about the passive. So, those of you who are passive, that's fine and dandy. But many people are passive, and what they do is they open up various wallets. So, they may say, hey, I'm going to come in with $30,000. And I say, hold on, don't put it all in one. And then they open up multiple wallets underneath themselves to build in the revenue generating plan. And in that way, they're earning off of me, 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 and me. And I do that in most deals that I'm in, if it's legal, if it's allowed. And here it is allowed. But in order to be ranked, that's where the big money comes in. That's where the greater your contribution, the higher your returns. If you want to become a V1, it's easy. All you need is $100 working for you passively in a contract. And your small area, which what that means is your smallest legs, you have $20,000. So let's say, for example, you bring in John. John has what? $20,000 on his leg, but he's one leg. You have Judy, she's got 10,000, and Bob, he has 10,000. Okay, they're going to eliminate your largest leg only for the sake of determining your rank, but you're still going to earn on your largest leg. So don't get it twisted. So they're going to eliminate that to determine your rank, and they're going to look at your smaller legs, combine their volume, and if it's $20,000, then you are a V1 rank. And what are you going to earn as a V1? You're going to earn 10%, okay, on all of the volume that's being generated in your team. This includes the profit share ratio. What do I mean by that? That's the passive piece. It also includes people who choose to utilize the exchange. We've got a mixing exchange. Let's talk a little bit about mixing. What is that? Let's say, for example, you ask me to send you $10,000 on chain. My wallet sends your wallet $10,000. If I know your wallet address, I can track everything you're doing. But when you have a mixing engine, what happens is with LoomX, it takes all of the requests, all of the exchange requests, all of the transfers, shake it up in a bag, put it in Cardano, put it in Bitcoin, put it in many, many different tokens out there on the market. By the time it gets to you, no one knows where it came from. So now you've got anonymity and you have privacy. This is one of the joys. There's one one guy who built a platform called Tornado Cash. And it's all about privacy. It's all about anonymity. Because quite frankly, when people talk about you're anonymous on the blockchain, you really aren't. If I know your address, I can track you, right? If I know John sent me some money, I can track everything he does. And what they're bringing to the table is that mixing engine. And anyone who uses that mixing engine on your team, you're going to get 10% there. You're going to get 10% on their passive earnings every single day. Let's go down to V4, for example. You need $3,000 working for you passively. You get $500,000 in your team on your smallest legs combined. Now you're getting 40%, right, on everything that's being earned in your team. We can go all the way down to V8. That's the top of the mark. But of course, we're going to do it step by step. We're going to shoot for V1. We're going to shoot for V2. We're going to shoot for V3. And all of you guys who are on our team, okay, we've got 20 spots open for the event in Bangkok. But you got to be a V2 and you got to be new. I believe you have to be new. I think that Asif will clarify if I'm making a mistake here. V3s, all V3s are invited to Bangkok. All of us. When you're V3, come on down. We'll see you in February at this wonderful leadership event where we're going to have a lot of fun with fellowship, learning, education, and of course, fun, fun, fun. V8, $10,000 you must have working for you. $8 million in volume on your smallest legs combined. 80% is what you're going to be able to earn. But remember, this is a differential unilevel. So if you got a guy who's a V7, then of course you're not going to get the 80%. He's going to get his 70%. You're going to get the 10%. So it's differential. Okay. But if nobody is ranking and you jamming, let's say, for example, you're a V3, nobody else is a V2 or V1, you're getting the 30%. So this is how it all works. This is where the money lies. Okay. Now, here's an example. If you have a V5 community leader, if you are a V5 community leader, you can actually earn a big amount of money in passive income as well as from your community. Okay, you can get up to $300,000, and I'm not going to go over those numbers, but you can. The more you work, the more money you put in, of course, that's the more you're going to earn. Now, let's talk about the matching level earning. Initially, we had the 6 levels, and I'm going to talk about that. But here now, your direct referrals, everything that they earn, you're going to earn 10%. On your second level, your indirects, that's the people that your first level have brought on board, you're going to earn 5% in USDT. But pay attention here. I want you guys to pay attention. You're getting 10% on your directs in USDT, but you're also going to get 10% in points. And all these points is going to match $1 to $1. And then you're going to be able to get the token. You can do whatever you want to do with the token. It's going to be on Binance Alpha. Everybody's going to be looking at it. It's going to be huge. And so you can sell it, you can hold it, you can sell it for USDT, you can hold it or whatever. It's still part of your income. The same thing with the second level, 5% USDT, 5% points that can be redeemed for the token. So we're still there. On your third, fourth, fifth, and sixth levels, you're going to get points that you can redeem for the token when it comes out. Okay. And we're going to give you guys more information on that. So here's how the flywheel works. Here's how our value loop works. You and I, we inject our capital. Okay. We're going to buy a bot. We're going to earn passively, and we're going to provide liquidity to the ecosystem pool. The ecosystem is actually going to do the arbitrage trading. And remember that earnings drive behavior. Profits are going to be distributed to us via the referral model I talked about, the rank system, also the 6 level earnings that we're going to get as incentives for both the token and USDT. Okay. So we also going to be injecting our funds into multiple chains. Right now, I see that they're doing a lot on Solana, and I asked the question when I was out there in Dubai. I said, "Why are most of your arbitrage is done on the Solana chain?" They said, "Because it is very, very inexpensive in terms of fees." Because if you're doing arbitrage, you're making a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, and the fees can eat into your profit. So they want to be working on chains where the fees are relatively low. Okay. And of course, from there, and I was looking in my back office today. It's so funny. I haven't looked at my back office in 4 days because I don't have to go in my back office. I get paid directly to my wallet. But I went back there to take a look at some of the transactions that were occurring on the arbitrage side, on the buy and sell. And I found that, wow, I see, 5% they're earning on one trade. I see that they're earning maybe 1% on another trade, maybe 2% on another trade. So all of that is done within milliseconds. Okay. And so I tell you, when we talk about launching the token, it's not just going to be, we just have a token. It's going to be a DIO governance system. DIO means decentralized autonomous organization. What does that big word mean? Us, the community. We're going to be able to vote on changes. We're going to be able to see everything on chain. We're going to have the right to have our opinions and our decisions being put out there, and we all vote on it as a DIO. So we'll have the governance rights. Okay. Now they're going to talk about what are they going to do in the future. I'm not a person who likes to talk a lot about the future. I like to talk about what we have here. We've got the mixing engine. right? We've got the exchange, we've got the arbitrage, and all of that is working today. But let's talk about LoomNet as a service, okay? The mixing privacy layer going to be offered to other DeFi projects, which will generate additional revenue for LoomX. This is what we're talking about. We're looking for an industry standard tool. And so we have to wait till they get there. And of course, AI strategy marketplace. So the quant traders will be able to publish their strategies because there are many strategies that traders use. And they're going to be able to publish that on the LoomX platform. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. And we can subscribe, creating a quant app store, phase 6. We've got RWA. I'm a fan of RWA. I invest in RWA, or real world asset companies. Have nothing to do with network marketing, but I always into real world assets. What are real world assets? Diamonds, unchained, proving their authenticity, right? Real world assets, real estate. Everybody can, let's say a piece of property costs $500,000. You could put in $500. Jane could put in 1,000. Bobby can put in 100,000. Whatever you want to put in, you're going to get proportional revenue or income from your investment. Everybody own a fraction or a piece of that particular product, property, real estate, whatever it may be. So they want to leverage their cross-chain and privacy technology to bring the traditional assets like stocks and bonds on-chain. I'm not into the stocks and bonds thing. That's old people stuff. Achieving the ultimate leap into a $1 trillion market. Okay, so that is the goal. I'm going to stop my share and I'm going to bring my friend, my colleague, my business partner. Where are you, Asaph? Asaph, you here?
Hello, hello. Yes, thank you very much, Queen, for that wonderful presentation. Guys, so if you like what you heard, what I want to say is get back to the person that has invited you to this call, because the next step is to create your back office and for you to start making money within this opportunity. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over a full back office walkthrough so that you can understand how everything works. So let's go over that quickly. All right, so you create your back office, this is what it's going to look like. So again, LoomX is a decentralized project. So again, here what you will need is it's a Web3 project where you will need a decentralized wallet. So in order to participate, you will need some of the wallets which are compatible are Token Pocket, Trust Wallet, MetaMask, SafePal, Rabi Wallet. You could use any of these. The funding method is USDT BEP20. So you will need a little bit of BNB in order to complete the transaction as well. So what you're looking at over here is one of the products which LoomX has to offer, which is called the mixing engine. So this allows us to swap one crypto to another crypto across different networks or across different chains. So let's take an example that you want to swap, for example, USDT. You want to swap USDT TRC20 to USDT BEP20, because the reason why I'm telling BEP20 is because in order to participate in LoomX, you will need to have USDT BEP20. So this is just an example. You could obviously try to swap other different cryptos to see how it works. Let's say you want to participate in LoomX with around $1,000. You will need slightly a little bit more in order to process with the fee, which is around 0.5% being the lowest. So how it works over here is you will see this section to where it says enter your address. So this is where you enter your USDT BSC address of the wallet that you want to receive your funds into. So you're going to enter that address over here, and select whether floating or fixed, and then you're going to select exchange. Once you do that, on the next page you will see a USDT TRX or USDT TRC address that you need to send the funds to. So you will be sending this amount 1,006, and in a span of less than 60 seconds, these funds will reflect into the USDT BSC address that you provided in less than 60 seconds. So number one is the speed. Number two is that your transactions are not being tracked. And the third thing is that through the profits generated from the exchange, like through the fees and the profits generated from the exchange. Again, you can earn an additional stream of income because commissions are also paid on that. But let's talk about the other products. How can we make money within this opportunity? So at the beginning, you will see different what we call bots or contract bots that will show up here. So once you click on that, you might come to a page like this. So again, this is just to show you what are they doing, what is LoomX actually doing in order to generate revenue, in order to pay the community. So in simple terms, what they're doing is they're doing arbitrage trading, which is basically buying from one exchange at a lower price and selling it on to another exchange at a higher price. So just so you know how it works, just to show you a quick example. Okay, so if you're looking at this, you can see the date. What they're doing is they are buying on Radium WETH, which is more like wrapped ETH. They're buying it at 1439 and they're selling it at 1467. And that's how they generate the profits. You can go click on the transaction hash, go into all the details to see how they have actually generated the profits. But what I want to show you is how can you participate, how can you start making passive income within this opportunity. So you will see the second icon over here, which is, there'll be four icons. It's the second icon you're going to click on where it will bring up all the different contracts in which you can participate. The best part is you could try it out for as low as 7 days with as low as $100 to see if this is something that you like. If it is something that you like, what you can do is, what we recommend is to participate on what we call the Starco contract bot. So this is the one, what you're looking at in green. This is the bot that gives you the highest daily reward. So in a span of 30 days, on an average span of 30 days, we're talking about making 1% a day. So you might ask the question, okay, you're seeing 1.3 to 1.8%. So LoomX, what they're doing is they have a technology. They are allowing us to leverage their AI trading arbitrage bot, which is their technology, where through the total profits generated, they're telling us they will give us an 80-20 split, meaning for you and I, we get 80% of the profits generated and they keep 20%. So this is how LoomX is also making the money. But just to tell you how you can activate your trading contract is you're going to click on this and you're going to enter the amount. So all this, what you're seeing here is in USDT, and you're going to select create now. Once you do that, that's all you need to do. Once you do that, you're starting to make passive income. But how it works again, once you select create now, your funds, your principal is getting allocated into a trading pool, which will take roughly around 4 to 8 hours to get activated. And from there, you're making passive income completely hands-free. So you're going to see it in this section where it says order record. So when you click on order record, it'll bring you up to this page. But again, I just want to show you that we did a quick test of swapping USDT BSC to Bitcoin. It works like a charm. You can try it out. But what I want to show is once you activate your contracts, this is what it's going to look like. So over here, it's going to show you which contract you participated on, the principal amount, how much you participated with, how much you've earned. And again, what you're seeing here, what you've earned is completely passive through your personal deposit, what you made, how much you've earned. And then the cycle is the contract period, the size, the period. So over here, it's 360 days, the start date, the end date. And the best part is every time you have $100 or more, you can go on and purchase a new contract, and this will give you higher daily rewards the following day. So you're going to see a section here or something over here showing as auto reinvestment. So you could toggle this on or turn it off. So if it is turned on, what this means is your principal, once the cycle is completed, it is automatically going to create a new contract with the same principal amount, which is what is being shown here, and with the same cycle, and it's going to generate passive income for you. If it is turned off, this means that once the cycle is completed, your principal is returned back to your wallet. Okay. There is also something which I forgot to mention, which is the flexible redemption option, where you can withdraw 50% of your principal after 50% of the cycle is completed. So if I have to show you that how it's going to work is you're going to see something, the first icon over here is going to show you all your contracts and how much passive income you made throughout the opportunity. So over here, what it's showing you, you're going to see here where it says renewable no. So just to show you what it means, it says the 360-day contract robo redemption is available at any time after 180 days from activation. Each order can only be redeemed once. So what this means is, as you can see, this is a 360-day contract and it's been running for 11 days. So once 50% of the cycle is completed, that means 180 days is completed, you will see this turn to yes, and you will see like three lines. When you click on it, you will have one chance to withdraw 50% of your principal. And let's say you choose to withdraw, in this example, say 2000, you will receive your 2000 into your wallet, and your remaining 2000 will continue to work for the remaining 50% of the cycle, after which it will be returned back to your wallet. Okay. So like that, you can create multiple contracts to make higher passive income. So again, there is a section called revenue record. So this is going to show you how the earnings are actually going to work. So my account might look a little bit different from what you're seeing on your end, because by default, every time you make $5 or more, it is automatically sent to your wallet. So when I say $5 or more, it is your profits and your commissions combined. So over here, you're seeing 56 because I've configured my account to receive every $100. Okay. So if you click on mine, it's showing, reaching after every $100. But by default, when you create your account, it's going to be showing you every $5. Okay. So just so you know. So uh, over here, you can see all the micro transactions coming in every minute, every hour, almost every day, that you're going to see all these transactions coming through. And the send section. So this section is very important, because what it indicates is all these funds which has been sent in green with the transaction hash is a confirmation that this has already been sent to your wallet. Okay. So you could see that mine are coming in $100 transactions, but by default, it will come as $5 transactions, but you can also change that, which I'll explain in a bit. But this is what it is. And then there's a new section that came in like very recently, which is my account. So in this section, uh, basically you will see all the points that are generated through the unilevel plan that will be accumulated here. At a later date, you will have the chance to actually redeem your points into token, which can be also swapped to USDT later on. But moving on, this is where you get your referral link. So again, when you click on it, you're going to get something called a code and a link. It's a link that you will be sending out to your teammates to help them make passive income and also passive withdrawals within this opportunity. This section called revenue address. So one thing I want to make it very clear is that by default, so yeah, I'm going to explain that. So by default, when you create your account, that is where your earnings are going to get sent into. All right. So just to show you again how it works is that you now have the chance to actually choose which wallet you want to send your earnings to. So by default, it's coming to the account you created your account with. But now you can choose where you want to send your earnings to, meaning you can send it over to another decentralized wallet, for example, like the ones I mentioned: Token Pocket, MetaMask, SafePal, Trust Wallet, Rabi Wallet, Exodus, whatever you're using. Or you could send it over to a centralized exchange: Binance, Bybit, Bitget, KuCoin, BingX, Kraken, whatever you're using. As long as it's a USDT BSC address, because you need to change this over here to BSC, and you need to enter the USDT BEP20 address. And again, all your payouts are coming in the form of USDT. So that's something I want to get cleared out. And also, you can also send it over to a crypto card, like if you prefer like spending your crypto through a crypto debit card. Because one thing I want to let you know as well is that LoomX is also coming up with their own crypto card, which you can look out later on in the year. There are other examples as well which you could use, maybe Re.Pay, Bankers, VFi, Liquid Pay, so many different cards out there. As long as it's a USDT BEP20 address, you could use that. And you will see this section called configuration. So that's what I was talking about. So by default, it's set at $5 in which you'll receive your earnings. But now you can change it whether you want to receive it every $20, every $50, every $100, every $500, $1,000. It's up to you. You could, change that according to the way you want to. So that is pretty much it on the passive side. But there's one section left here, which is this section called community management. So again, this part is completely optional, but I highly recommend it because this part can really make you life-changing income, which I'm about to show you. So as you can see, this is a level 3, meaning it's a V3 account, which you're looking at here. So again, in order to unlock the 6 levels, very simple, you need to have minimum 6 directs and $3,000 as your personal deposit. So as you can see, I do have 10,000. I did start with around $1,000 when I participated. But what I want to explain as well, only invest what you're willing to risk at the end of the day. No matter how good the opportunity is painted to you or presented to you, do not put funds that you're not willing to risk, because everyone has a different level of risk tolerance. So keep that in mind. So in this section, you're going to see what we see. What it shows is we rank qualify. So this is in simple terms your minor sales or your small market or your secondary structure. So it is your entire organization volume except your big team. Okay. So I'm glad I took that risk because just today alone I've made close to $900 a day, and the day is not over yet because the day in which the cutoff time or when a new day starts, that's at 7 p.m. EST. So easily $1,000 plus made in a day within this opportunity. But what I want to tell you is that the upside potential is that there are people in this opportunity today making $2,000 a day, $5,000 a day, $10,000 a day, because right now we do have a rapid community growing. This company started in October 24th, 2025, last year. Less than 3 months, people having a lot of success, community growing at a rapid rate, over 70,000 partners across 45 countries. We have a global event, a lot of great things coming up. So this is pretty much it on the back office, and uh, that's what I wanted to share with you. So I want to pass it back to you, Queen, if you want to say anything. Over to you, sis.
Thank you, Ed. I tell you, that was wonderful because I'm always discovering things when you do your presentation and show us the back office. But I tell everyone this. When we're looking for deals that are out there, one of the things that's really, really important to me is transparency, visibility. Can I track it online? Is it on chain? And that's really, really important. And I think we have all of that, but I believe it's going to get better. The thing about the 50% redemption, I'm not feeling it. I'm not redeeming anything. I want the maximum amount of money that I can make. But you're all going to sit here. You're going to listen to what we're saying, but you're going to make your own decision. And we can't make that decision for you. But here, I am here to stay. And what I want to do is I'm going to open it up for questions, but I don't want to hear any support questions. I can't help you with that. I don't own the company, but I want to, if you need clarity on anything, we'll do that for about 5 minutes and we're out. So you can always unmute, put your hands up. Thomas John Baptiste, unmute, speak.
Yeah, hi. Um, what I wanted to find out is when you're on the app, how do you log out?
There's a disconnect. So what you want to do at the top of the app, you'll see that if you click on your wallet address, it has a
Right?
disconnect option.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Anyone else? Are there more details on this week's changes to the structure, i.e. token allocation, return levels? This is from Paul McIntyre, my man. In terms of the changes, again, level 1, level 2, 10% USDT on level 1, 10% token points. Level 2 is going to be 5% USDT, 5% token points redeemable for the tokens. Level 3, 4, 5, and 6, 100% of those are going to be points redeemable for the token. So that's it in a nutshell. In terms of the minute details, coming soon. Coming soon. I've been on them about it, believe me, but that's coming soon. Okay, did I answer your question,
Sorry, I
Paul?
just decided to go in order. Yes, thank you. It was the timing for this, Queen, is when does it start? When is it effective?
Right now.
Okay.
Right now, and in the next couple of days, we'll see in the back office all of our points. And the points
Right.
are $1 per point. $1 per
And the
point.
points
So
are, and the dollar per point is linked to what? Your earnings, the group earnings, or
yes,
what?
yeah, whatever earnings that you're having on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? You're going to be
Yeah.
getting the points, and those points are going to be $1 to whatever you've earned, and then you'll be able to actually redeem them for tokens. But the redemption schedule I don't have yet. I think
Right.
it's going to be approximately 10% here and there because we know human behavior. What are we going to do if we get all of our points? All of you, you know what we're going to do. We're going to run over there and we're going to dump the market. And so we need to moderate that, and I'll get all of the particulars when it's ready. But I think it's something good in the future. What I'm focusing on right now is get as many people as I can into this deal, make as much money in USDT as I can today, and then all the rest is like icing on the cake. Okay?
Right. Yeah. And so the remuneration, so basically that level one or the level one, the structures in terms of rewards, the 10%, that's changed, is it? Because it was what was V1 at 20% at one stage. Has that
No, it's
changed?
not
Remind me.
now. The V1 through V8 has not changed at all.
Oh,
When
right.
you're talking
Right.
about the level one, right, which is different than the ranks. The ranks didn't
Ah,
change. The passive didn't change. Only thing changed was the 6 levels. So in terms of level one, we were getting 20% USDT. Now we're getting 10% USDT, 10% points. Second
right.
level, we were getting 10%, right? Now we're getting 5% USDT, 5% points. And then on levels 3, 4, 5, and 6, 100% points redeemable for the token. Is that
Right.
clear?
Okay. Yep, got it. Thank you. Thanks, Queen.
Okay, Paul. So, Will, on level one, if I invested 100 and invite someone and they invest 100, I get 10%. No, Will. We aren't in a deal where John comes in, he put in $100,000 and we get $1,000. No, because if you really look at it on a business point of view, if John wants to invest $10,000 and you want 10% of that, that means John only has $9,000 invested. And then your sponsor get his percentage, your sponsor get his percentage. The company, the ecosystem, the whole platform is at a deficit. So what we're earning is we're earning on what people are earning on a daily basis. Bring in Bob. Bob says, I got 10 grand. Okay. Bob is going to be earning, what is that? 10%, 1% will be $100 a day. You're going to get your percentage of what he's earning daily. And he's earning $100 a day. Then if you get 10% of that $100, you're going to be earning $10 a day. You follow me? Confirm. Confirm. Anyone else? We want this baby to last a long time. I tell you, we are so tired of short-term deals. We've been there, we've done it. And of course,
5-6 ans que je la connais dans le
yes,
web, là.
Giles. Yes.
Ah ouais. Elle était dans plein de.
I can't hear you.
Elle a jamais abandonné, comme elle dit elle aussi.
Jill, yeah, I see you.
Elle est allée à Dubaï avec LoomX.
Say that again.
Elle a des interviews avec eux autres, des dîners ensemble, puis elle posait des questions.
Giles, I don't
C'était quoi
understand.
en mandarin, en tout
Huh?
cas.
I'm sorry. Could could you type for me? Yes. I normally understand you. Gills, Landry. Okay. So let me see. Let me see if you're writing. Who says they're gonna be V3 tomorrow? Let's go. That's Ryan. Ryan says it's gonna be V3. I am so impressed. I'm so impressed. Are there more details? I already talked to Paul about that. So on level one, I already addressed that. Thank you, Queen. Just wanted you to answer that for a teammate. Confirm. Rock and roll, Will. Um, Okay, he is speaking. Oh, he's speaking in French. Okay, if he's speaking in French, I'm sorry, babe. Yeah, we is all I know. We and no. So, guys, Gills, feel free to type it. Type it. or you can get back with your sponsor, ask that question. Hill is raising her or his hand. You don't need to raise your hand, just unmute and speak. And then we're out of
I
here.
was asking
Yes, I
if
see you.
I give someone my link at the first level as my one direct, what profit percentage should I get at the first one direct? The one direct, is
Okay.
it 20% of the profit? Is it 10% of the profit? And second
Okay.
question, and on the level 3, what is the qualification of making the level 3, and what is the reward of
Okay.
achieving it?
Okay. So if you bring someone in on level 1, right? You bring your first guy in, yay, congratulations. You're going to earn 20% on their daily earnings, but 10% will be USDT. The other 10% will be in points, redeemable for the token. Now, how do you earn on your third level? 3 referrals. How do you earn on your fourth level? 4 referrals. How do you earn on your sixth level? 6 referrals. But from 3 to 6, you're going to earn points. The percentages stay the same, but you're going to earn points that are redeemable for the token that's going to be launched. And we're going to provide more information about the timelines on that. Did I answer your question, Hill?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, anyone else before we get the heck out of here? Because I'm excited. I got work to do. I got people to talk to. Anyone else? Okay, I think we're done. Thank you guys very much for coming to the webinar. Let's see what we have here. Okay, okay, great. So bye guys. Same time. We're here Sunday, Thursdays, Sunday, Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when I'm here. And we got a lot of other webinars going on by a lot of other leaders. You got Munir Janady. You've got Asif is always doing some wonderful webinars. Attend all of those to get all of your questions answered. Make sure that you stay in contact with the person who brought you on this call. And if they don't know the answer, they'll find one of us and we'll get that answer for you. Thank you guys. And thank you, Asif, for all you've done for me. Thank you very much.